Okay guys, welcome back to the STPL. I'm Kix, and joining me is Rapid, and we're about to go into Game 4 of bwL versus Netwars.
That's right, and coming up, the opportunity to witness the last game in this series. It is kind of a maybe a potential Pyrrhic victory for Herbmon. I almost give away the players for
It's all good.
FBW or bwL. They were FBW, now they're BW. I can't keep up with the names.
That's a different team. So FBW and Team Liquid Staff in round 1 became 9th team in round 2. And then they renamed back to FBW for round 3. So bwL, one of the 3 new teams joining us here. And Herbmon moving on over from, I can't even remember what team he was on. I think he played like once. He was on Red, I believe. But here he is for bwL. Gonna be looking to try and close it out here to give him or his team a little bit more pride again. But he is against the king himself. We saw the kingpin just now, but we're looking at the king of the STPL in its entirety. It's Yeti. Now Yeti has done an incredible job. He's currently at 14 for 2 overall, top of the leaderboard for the players. And is anybody going to be able to stop him? Herbmon is going to try here as they move on to Benzene, which is going to be our 4th and final map of the evening from the 2010 Shinhan Bank Pro League, but you may remember it from ASL 2 and 3 as well. A very cool 2-player map, bottom left, top right hand spawns, and it's rotationally symmetric. So, let's head on over to our game. It's Herbmon versus Yeti. Let's go. And over here in the top right-hand position, we do have, starting us off in the purple, it's fighting for bwL, it's Herbmon.
And his opponent, also known as an ape-like entity, taller than an average human, said to inhabit the Himalayan region of Nepal, Bhutan, and Tibet. It is Yeti, playing for Netwars.
Now, just to play off that a bit, I mean, people say they can't find the Yeti in real life. That's because he's so busy owning everyone at StarCraft. Like, he's sat in his little Yeti cave with his good internet connection, and he's just killing everyone, man. That's...
Oh yeah, everybody knows Yetis have the best internet. Like, South Korea, like, the secret is that they were actually able to find a single Yeti and steal its internet. And thus, they were able to skyrocket ahead of the rest of the world, who eventually, got Yeti internet as well. But, that is, of course, what is powering him to be so powerful. His internet is actually just better. So, all right, let me see. I don't believe that there is actually a Korean version of the Yeti. There are, like, Korean, like, mountain giants, but Yeti is more of like a Hindu kind of Indian myth that exists like around like Tibet and India. So it's not a whole lot of parallels out there. If there are Asian Yetis, definitely let me know, and I'll make some memes around them as well.
Yeah, I mean, we do have the European Yeti right here. Sasquatch, of course, the American version of the Yeti. But back to the game, of course, we've got a gateway first. No, forge first. Sorry, I can't count. Oh, I don't know. We've got a spawning pool coming in though for Herbmon. Yeti has seen that as well. Now, one thing that we did see Herbmon doing, now I'm not sure this is 100% what he was doing. Maybe he was just trying a little bit of friendly banter, but it almost felt like he was going for a chat rush.
A chat row? Oh, yeah. Where you ask your opponent, so hey, where are you from? What color did you paint your nails today? What's that sock doing under your bed? Just trying to like divert their attention, and then sixlings in their base, and they get really sad.
Yeah, now Herbmon, ironically, sort of skill-wise, Yeti, of course, way above Herbmon, and I don't mean to say that in a mean way because Herbmon's one of my closest Brood War allies. I played a lot with him back in 2015, and he's one of the people that improved so much in my break in like 2016 that I came back and I just can't beat him anymore. So Herbmon's certainly a very strong American Zerg player, and not quite up there with the likes of Taitu just yet, but he's working very hard. He's, I believe, a lawyer for the US Navy, and he plays a lot of Brood War in his spare time. Do check out his stream. Yeti doesn't stream, I believe, but Radley will probably tell me off if I'm wrong. I've not seen him stream, but he is a very, very strong player in his own right. And I mean, he's just been busting out in the STPL so far. So it's going to be 3 hatch behind a pool for Herbmon, and a fairly standard opening by Yeti as well.
Yeah, a very standard start. You know, I feel like we have a higher potential we have a higher potential to see Stargates in this game than we did in our versus Terran matchup for Yeti.
Yeah.
It was a little bit weird to watch one base carrier happen, but I see all the drones moving, and I got worried for a second because they stopped, but then they went back to the minerals, and it is going to be probably a 3-hatch Hydra play, but I never know what to expect. Oh, actually, no, he's going up to 5, so or 4 at least for now, but probably 5 in the near future.
You know what? Could you imagine if we saw Crazy Zerg again? Nothing but lings and drones for like the next 5 minutes.
There's already more lings now than there were in that Crazy Zerg game. So,
that's a good point. There's also more hatcheries as well.
Oh yeah, that is also true. a number of differences. Either way, I'm just trying to take out this pesky little probe to deny vision and information, and you should be able to snag it. No, never mind. Probe's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, Yeti has got insane probe micro. Like, one of the things, mostly we've seen Yeti win PvPs. That's been kind of his specialist, I would say his specialist matchup throughout the STPL so far, but he's shown good PvZ as well. And I mean, against someone like Herbmon, keeping your probe alive this long is actually quite difficult. Herbmon's Ling micro is very, very good, so kind of impressive to see there. Now back at home, we don't actually see a Stargate. It's going to be Citadel first from Yeti, so Yeti wants to put on the hurt with a very, very quick DT, possibly even going for a very quick storm as he thinks he may be getting all in.
Wait, did he just kill 2 drones with a Zealot?
He did.
Damn. Okay, that's definitely not supposed to happen. The Zealot also, by the way, still alive, scouting the main, and might even be able to make it between the mineral lines.
And that probe got away as well, so the Zealot tagging out his probe buddy, thinking, I've got a little bit more health, you go home, you start mining again. But I mean, it looks like Herbmon's going to be able to clean up the Zealot.
There's a second Zealot, though, coming into the natural, and there's wounded probes here, so he's going to have to pull or wounded drones, so he's going to have to pull everything.
Yeah, he's pulled all of his drones again. We see the Zerglings coming back once again. Interestingly, not opting to go for any kind of crazy drone drill on top of the Zealot. And now he is, but I mean, this is a little bit awkward now for a very awkward angle. But there we go, looks like the second Zealot will be cleaned up as well.
Okay, so now, now realistically, Herbmon gets to play the game. It sucked for a little bit there, losing those drones, but he does have Lair rather on the way, and he is going to be starting up those Hydra upgrades. Now, he's got a couple of idle drones down at his 3rd base, and this is going to probably be, the 5th hatchery. So 5-hatch Hydra, this is going to be just a lot of units.
Yeah, now one problem that Herbmon has is he did lose 2 Overlords to the Dragoon. The one in the main, the one in the natural, both of them went down. Now we see double... Oh, sorry, I clicked on the same thing twice. We see an Evolution Chamber at the 3rd, a 5th hatchery, a Creep Colony coming up behind this as well. This is a very good sim thing you can do on this map. I've seen this from a lot of the Pro Zergs as well, using that back wall as a little bit of a benefit, making it a little bit harder for Zealots to get wraps around and things on the Sunkens. But he's going to be relying almost entirely, at least for the time being, on Zerglings, just to keep the Protoss army back while he tries to get up all of his stack defense.
So, I mean, realistically, the only thing that he's had to deal with right now have been early Zealots, and he's done so pretty darn well. Now with all the Sunkens coming up, the 3rd should be kind of rock solid. He's got 3 in the natural as well. He is just going to really kind of batten down the hatches and prepare for what's coming his way. Now, he doesn't know exactly what to expect because, of course, he wasn't able to get deep into the Protoss base, but it is just going to be a ton of gateway units rallied across the map.
Yeah, but there's going to be 3 Sunkens at both entrances, and if one thing is good at taking down Zealots, it's Sunken Colonies. And the Ling's also going to be helping out there as well.
Well, he loses a Zealot and a Degroon. Zealot and a Degroon coming across the map. They go down early, and so now he's going to try to speed the Zealots through, needing to block with the probes and the Zerglings. He's actually doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, he is. Interestingly, though, there's still no Stargate back home for Yeti, so if Herbmon can get a Spire up and go into Mulis, it could be very powerful. I mean, Storm, I don't believe, has not yet finished. He's not really used the Templar Archives for anything at the moment either, so kind of surprised at his choice to go for that tech and not using it. But one thing Radley just pointed out in chat is apparently Yeti is doing a completely different strategy to the one they trained. So Yeti may be playing a little bit on the fly, not keeping up with his macro as much, but here we go, there's 4 Sunkens against just a lot of Zealots.
Yeah, and there's lurker aspect on the way right now, so as long as he holds on with these Sunkens, there's just going to be an insane amount of Hydras here any minute now. So we also have Spire just now completing here as well, even though this is just mass gateway units.
Oh my god. The Sunkens can't shoot the Dragoons, so you can lose both the hatcheries.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this is actually terrible. Wow, Herbmon. He thought that there was going to be more of like a Zealot commitment, so obviously those Sunkens would be pretty good, but instead he's going to lose everything here at the natural because they're just a little bit misplaced.
Well, they're not misplaced. I guess the Sunkens are in the perfect place against Dragoons, against Zealots even. Because if you build them in front of the hatcheries, they just die to Zealots, like, right away. So he took a gamble, he went for one thing, he's trying to rebuild the hatchery as well. I mean, he does have a single Sunken a little bit further forward. He's going to save all of his drones as well, so realistically, that isn't the biggest of problems. We're going to see a Mutilus come in, just a single one though, and there's the other ones as well to catch this up. He's going to try and take down all of the Dragoons here and see if he can clean up this army.
Yeah, so this is the good old 5-hatch Muta build, which I guess is 3-hatch Muta because 2 of the hatcheries died. Yeah. And he should be able to kill off the Dragoons here, and then all the Zealots would die immediately afterwards. So this is actually a very surprising way to sort of rebound from a weird game.
Yeah, and Storm isn't finished yet. He's going to be relying entirely on these Archons. There's a single cannon coming up in his main mineral line, a single cannon coming up in his natural as well.
If you split the Mutas, you can actually deal with Archons, I guess, decently. And Archons are not very maneuverable where Mutas are, so these should be able to get a decent amount of damage done here.
Oh, that's a big hit though.
Oh no! Oh my god, he's gonna lose every Muta here. Oh my god! It's so scary. No! Oh my god, this is so terrifying.
I think he's got away for now. The Archon getting stuck on the gas mining probes. Dragoon's coming in behind this, so he needs to get out of there. And the probes, actually treacherous probes, they're gonna keep Yeti's Archon away from doing it, but there's a lot of Zealots coming in, attacking the transferring drones. And I mean, this could be a little bit of an overcommitment into Mutas now by Herbmon. He's continued to add more. He's going to be able to clean up all of these Zealots at least. But as we well know, Zealots take a long time to die against pretty much everything, so they're going to get away.
Yeah, I was going to say there's basically no way any of these Zealots die. He maybe kills one Zealot. They're just way too tanky.
Oh, the Archon!
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, the Storm is actually a little bit more damaging, but still there's nothing that you can do with these Mutas.
Yeah, the Muta's going to have to fall back now. I mean, the good thing is the Mutas have bought him time. That is what he needed. He's going to try and hide a hatchery down here next to a Zealot. That's not going to scout that, but that's a little move you can do to get yourself further ahead in the game. Now, Herbmon, when you looked at this game at the beginning, you would think Herbmon would not stand a chance against someone like Yeti, just purely based on statistics. But here we see Herbmon doing a very good job against Yeti, really keeping Yeti on his toes. Build choice working really well, but here we go. Oh, the Archon is going to get a huge hit there. Oh.
Yeah, and boom go the Mutas. So realistically, the Mutas. Oh no, they're actually trying to fight the Arch. What? Okay, don't get those Mutas away. No, bad Herbmon.
Yeah,
don't want to see any more Mutas get hit by Archons.
Yeah, he's gonna send them back. Now, the thing is, Yeti has a lot of units, but he can't actually kill Herbmon. Like, Herbmon has a lot of static defense. He's gonna have lurkers as well. The Muteless
He's got
still...
infinity lurkers. Oh my god, he's got so many lurkers.
Yeah, the Muteless still as well, keeping the units back from Yeti, making sure he's defending his main. There is going to be a couple of High Templar that he can snipe off. But it looks like Herbmon hasn't quite seen this, though. But he's going for the mineral line. There's still very little defense here.
Yeah. He's going to be going for Guardians, too, after this. I want to say he has, like, the double quotes proxy hatchery, and he's, you know, has his mutas in a really good spot for Guardians here. That's my wishful thinking, not the actual suggestion that that's going to be the build. We'll see if these lurkers morph in time.
See if they burrow as well. He's not burrowing his lurkers.
Ooh, loses that one up at the front, but still has a few left over.
And he's still got a lot of Sunkens. I mean, this is 5 Sunkens at this base. I mean, this is a lot of units from Yeti. But if the Muteless come back, maybe take out some of the High Templar. Maybe he could do something, but here we go. We've got Speed Overlords grabbing them, or bunching up over there by the bottom left hatchery. Could be going for a big drop in the main. And now just keeping an eye on the army. Can't check if the hive is up yet. But it looks like it is coming up now, so could see some adrenaline drops very, very shortly. We see the 4th base coming up and mining now for Herbmon. He's got a lot of lurkers back here to defend, and there's still no observer anywhere. He's actually quite far away from observer tech still, I think.
Yeah, what? Where's the
he's
robo?
got the observatory now. It's at the bottom left.
So yeah, he actually does have observer tech up, so he'll be coming out with a few of those here. But look at the mutas. They're running straight up to the upper right-hand base, or upper left-hand, and that's basically the worst place to go. If you flew right into the main, you'd have way more success.
Yeah, I think the trouble is he was actually just going over there to go and assault the 3rd from behind. But he didn't expect there to be a hatchery there. He didn't scout it at all. He's gonna see, if he's really, really careful, that there's gonna be an observer heading towards his 4th base. We see some Sunkens being added now to the 6 o'clock base as well. And I mean, oh, these Mutas getting left in a very precarious position. Gonna fly over the Archons!
Oh no. Ooh, doesn't take a hit, but still loses a few of them. Realistically, now the Muta count is so low that you don't really have to be afraid of them, and so it's going to be up to the lurkers to be effective. He needs to get an Overlord in here to use the Mutas to snipe some of these observers. He takes out one of them, but there's still one more. Yeah, it's almost like we're saying the same exact things, Kix.
He only sacked one Muteless to do it as well, so that wasn't too bad. But here we go. Here is the big push in. A lot of the lurkers at the wrong base. Storm going down on the drones, doing a lot of damage. But this is still a lot of Sunkens. We see the Muteless pulling back once again. Gonna zoom out just slightly to keep an eye on this. But it looks like he's broken the 3rd.
Yeah, 3rd is pretty broken out of here. So maybe the lurkers can still hold on a little bit. But he is getting massive storms off on all these lurkers. And the mutas are gone.
Yeah, the mutas are gone. This is still so many Dragoons. And all of Herbmon's army has evaporated. I mean, we see Herbmon with that bottom left base starting to mine as well. But he's running lurkers in to an observer, and GG! Yeti takes down Herbmon to win the series for Net Wars 4-0.
4-0, a dominant performance from Net Wars. I think you could have expected this if you just look at the teams, but it was still really fun to watch some of these games. Even our first series with White versus Bull was super, super fun. So already round 3 of the STPL off to a great start.
It is indeed. Now let's do a quick recap of that series. We did see a 4-0 victory, of course, for Net Wars. They're going to be feeling very good about that, giving them a strong position in a very strong group to start off with. And, I mean, that's a... Bonith wins against Kimquex, Koget wins against Kingdom, Kingpin takes down Castle, and Yeti taking down Herbmon in some relatively close games. I mean, probably the most one-sided game was Kimquex versus Bonith, but... Other than that, Kingdom had a chance with his one base carrier. Castle definitely had a chance with his Zealot attack, but the trouble is he didn't expect Mewers and then kind of got bopped. But even so, Herbmon pulling a good amount, or putting a huge amount of effort there against his game in his game versus Yeti. I mean, if Herbmon keeps working on his game the way he's doing, I think he's going to be a really strong player on the bwL roster.
Hopefully so. Obviously, it's going to be a very long round, so there are many games left to be played. But this is kind of a cool way to start things off, with the two teams that were the strongest from round 2 still being very strong here in round 3. See if they can keep that up. If giants like Yeti maintain their very high win ratio, and see how the rest of the matches look going further in round 3.
Yeah. So just to introduce you to our next set of casts. On Wednesday, we're going to have Ash versus Naz and Rev versus DM. Friday, the 28th, we're going to have Media versus MSJ and Red versus Soul Gaming. It's going to be the third, fourth place match rematch there in Group B in Week 1. And then we're going to have on next Monday, 1st of October, it's Foreign or FBW versus Valhalla and Psystorm versus IRK.
Wow, some really great games coming up. Thank you so much for having me for another week, another round of STPL Kicks. Always a pleasure to be here.
And it's been great to have you here. So from both of us, thank you obviously to all the players, people who have donated to make the prize pool about $1,500 US, all the people who have watched, and we'll see you guys next time. Have a good evening, afternoon, morning, and night.